everybody. Today we are with Jeren Seçer. Today we are going to talk about the philosophy of morals. So, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. You?
I'm fine too. So, enlighten me.
Okay, now I'm going to talk about morals. When we say morals, the first name that pops out in a lot of people's head is Nietzsche. He has some strict ideology about morals, and he thinks that what describes morals are the biological and the cultural stuff that help people in their lives. For example, the culture that you were born, you were raised, and the place and your family, stuff like that. And he thinks that we actually are similar to sheep and wolves as people. For example, sheep just live with their group and they can't do it alone. They're not independent. They can't just do stuff by themselves. They always obey the rules and live with the group. But on the other hand, wolves are independent. They know what they want. They can live by themselves. They do whatever they want and not the pack's want. So he thinks that it's similar to people because some people just don't like to be alone by themselves. They just want to live with the group. They want to obey the rules. They don't really think about independency. They're afraid of being alone, living alone and failing. So they have a fight with themselves for the success in the group. And instead of that, wolves don't have stuff like that. They just do whatever they want, whenever they want. They don't have to obey any rules because they have their own rules. So he thinks that people are like wolves or sheep, and there's also shepherds. Shepherds are the social rules, the owner of the social rules. Shepherds decide the rules of the society, so he thinks like that. And what do you think about that?
Well, while you were talking about this thing, I always imagined, am I the wolf or the sheep or the shepherd? What do you think you are?
I think wolves are people who are aware of what is happening in the society and what are the rules, what are people trying to do. So I think I'm more of a wolf person.
I see.
And I have a question for you. Do you think someone, an innocent person, if an innocent person kills a serial killer, do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing about the morals?
I think it's bad.
Why?
Because we came to this life just to live our lives, and somebody, you might want to call it God, you might want to call it, I don't know, whatever you want. Somebody starts your life, then ends your life. It's nobody's right to end anybody's life. Even though they are bad, all the people in the earth have a right to live. And
there is another philosopher, Kant, who says that it is not the action that you do, it is your intention. So I think it might be out of the rules of morals for people, but I think we can't say that person who killed a serial killer a bad guy or a bad person.
How can you know the intentions of this guy, that innocent guy? Maybe his intention was just to kill a man, rather than killing a man who is bad. Maybe he just wanted to show his anger to life. Just kill this man because of nothing. Not knowing what he did, not knowing what he does.
I think this should be his problem, because the society can't know about that, but in the deep of his mind, his heart, he should know it.
Know what?
Know if he did this on purpose, or because maybe he just wanted to defend himself, or... And Nietzsche also says that if you kill a cockroach, you're a hero, and if you kill a butterfly, you're a demon. And he says that morals have physical beauty. What do you think about that?
I don't agree with Nietzsche on this point, because, you know, a cockroach, not biologically, but a cockroach with its intentions may try to be a butterfly. How can you know? Maybe all his life he lived as a cockroach, but then suddenly he decided to be a butterfly. If you kill that cockroach, maybe you're just stopping something really good happening for Earth.
Yes, I actually agree. And it's life, and there are some people who just judge everyone by their physical shape or appearance, but I think like that too. The important thing is what they think and what's inside of them.
But also, you know, the intentions, they don't always turn into actions. Do you think a man is what he does or what he thinks?
I think the thing is about what you think, because some people, even though they think something, they can't put it in the action. So also you can think a lot of things with your mind, but the thing is what you really want to think. When you're thinking, I think you know it. Even though if you can't do it, I think the important thing is what you do, what you think.
Now, think of me as an inventor of something. I invented a device, and my purpose was to kill everybody with this device. But unfortunately, I saved everyone. Am I a bad guy or a good guy?
I actually think like Kant, so I think your intention was bad, so I think that makes you a bad person.
Let's say I invented a device in good purpose, but I killed everybody.
I think it is the same. Your intention was good, so I think it was a good thing for you to do that.
Don't you think you have to check on everything that you are doing before doing anything?
I think people do what they do without thinking the consequences. Maybe they think in their head, but they can't just know it fully. So if you think that that was going to be a good thing, but then they used it as a bad thing, you are still a good person. The important thing is the intention, and when you do anything in life, it should have some consequences, and even if you can't control it, it will have some consequences if you want or not.
Like, this man invented something and so many people died because of this thing. Now you keep telling this man is good. I think he is good, actually, because he did not do it on purpose. But the problem is, this guy will live his whole life knowing that he made something that killed everybody.
Yes. I think that is a bad situation, but that's life, I guess. Also, I've read a book about this moral thing, and the book is called Stranger. It's written by Albert Camus, and there is a character, his name is Marsault, and the book starts with the sentence that my mother died today or yesterday, I guess. He is an independent character, and he doesn't really match with the wants of the society, and then he don't really show any emotions or reactions. Even in his mother's funeral, he wasn't crying, he was drinking tea, and the other people saw it. We can call them sheeps, and the character as a wolf. The sheeps saw it and they thought that it was something weird because he was crying at his own mother's funeral, and then they blamed him with a crime that he didn't even do. Then he still he didn't show any reactions, so they thought that he was the one for blame. He was the one to blame. So in the end of the story, we learned that he wasn't the criminal, and because that he wasn't doing the things that society wants, his life was used.
We unfortunately have a lot of situations like that because the shepherds in Earth are so many. They always put rules, they always do things that makes people think they are good. And they put rules, and if somebody gets out of this rule, you know, like the wolf, they blame him. I think, and this would go to the end of the earth. Do you think we have to do anything to change that, or can we change that?
I think it's not possible to change it because that's how people live, and I think morals actually work when there's a lot of people to agree of that idea. So I think we might not change it, but we can change our life by counting ourselves as a wolf. I know that it is not going to affect the society if I think like a wolf, if I see myself as a wolf, but I know that it can change my life. It can help me realize more stuff and be aware of the society.
Don't you think you can be the shepherd instead of the wolf? Maybe you put the rules, you try to put the rules, you make some good new things. Can you be the shepherd?
I don't think that I can, but not because the power of the other things like that, but because a lot of people's ideas come together and that becomes the shepherd, not just one person.
So the sheeps makes the shepherd?
Yes, actually, I think like that, because they can't just live by themselves, they can't save themselves from a wolf attack, but if they have a shepherd, then they can.
I see. Do you have anything to add?
No, I think.
Thank you for coming to the podcast.
Of course.
So that was another ending of Yaşam Tasarım Experience. Until next week, peace out.